I promise. So we want to get your thoughts on how Democrats are watching horrified as Republicans air ads in swing states of the impeachment inquiry. And the question is Nancy Pelosi hanging them out to dry?
Well, I think the person who hung them out to dry is Adam Schiff. I think Schiff was so dishonest, so blatantly arrogant, so patently unfair that he personally turned the tide. And if you look, for example, among independents, there's been a huge swing. Excuse me. Right. There's been a huge swing from the independents saying, yeah, maybe we should impeach, to independents increasingly saying, no, we shouldn't. I think as that conversation goes on, you just saw, I think it was a Michigan Democrat yesterday, who has switched her position and said, you know, maybe we don't need to impeach. Maybe we could just vote censure.
You know what?
I think more and more Democrats are going to come back.
Let's hear from Brenda Lawrence. You just referred to her out of Michigan. Of course, that is a district the president thinks he can get back.
We are so close to an election. I will tell you, sitting here knowing how divided this country is, I don't see the value of taking him out of office. Wow. I want him censored. I want it on the record that the House of Representatives did their job, and they told this president and any president coming behind him that this is unacceptable behavior. And under our Constitution, we will not allow it.
So, Newt, as these lawmakers are in their home districts over the Thanksgiving holiday, do you think they're getting an earful from people going, why are you wasting your time on that? You know it can't pass the Senate. Why don't you actually pass something like that trade bill?
Well, I think that's part of it. Even that's more political than people are. I mean, as you know, my wife Callista is from Wisconsin, and so is my son-in-law, Paul Lubbers. I guarantee you the average Wisconsinite this week is spending more energy on what happened to the Packers with the 49ers than they are on either the trade bill or the impeachment. I mean, for most Americans, this impeachment stuff is Washington junk. It never reached the level of being real. They think it's just politicians yammering at each other. And the big loser here has been the news media, where over half the country now believes that the news media simply is on the side of the Democrats and has nothing to do with the news anymore because they're propaganda arm. So I think the energy that's going to be available to try to impeach the president is going to go down every single day of the vacation. Right. And I suspect by the time they get back, a lot of Democrats are going to be saying to Nancy Pelosi, gee, can't we find something like censure and just get this thing over with and go home?
Because it switches, as you know, you lived it. When it goes to the Senate, a Republican Senate, this thing's going to change dramatically, especially if it keeps losing momentum like it is now. It's supposed to be in Jerry Nadler's lap, surely. Doug Collins, is the ranking member, says, I don't even know what's going on. I asked Jerry Nadler. He didn't know. So it sounds chaotic. Meanwhile, the other big story, go ahead.
I was going to say, and frankly, if Lindsey Graham follows through on his promise, and the first people that they bring into the Senate are Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, I think the Democrats will rue the day they started this dance.
Adam Schiff, too.
All right, let's move on.